afternoon. Welcome to the Bo Robinson Coaches Show. And we're joined by our two senior guests here today. We've got number 24, Javon Williams, and we've got number 2, Kevin Smith. And so two seniors on our football team. And guys, you know, it's Cuero Yo. That pretty much sums it up. There's a little more buzz in the air, and you know, there's a few more text messages about football, and there's a little more trash talking this week, and shirts made and all that good stuff. But at the end of the day, we still have to play the game, and that's what we're looking forward to. And so, Javon, number 24, and I'm gonna say a little bit extra here. I like the way you play football, man. I told Coach Bo, I don't know if I've ever told you personally, but watching you last year and this year, you have a motor and you get after it and you play hard. And I really appreciate that. And I'll probably say in the last 2 games they haven't blocked him yet. And so we'll just continue that, but I appreciate that. But just tell me a little bit about it. You ran a running back last week, which we're impressed with. So just your goals for the season, what it means for you to play for the Yoakum Bulldogs and this week, and where do you like better, running back or defensive end, or elaborate on all that a little bit.
I'd rather play defensive end more than the offensive side. Just better off hitting people than
Better be the hitter than the hittee. Yeah.
That's right. First one goes for myself is just go out and get another state championship ring. Have a great season, go 16-0 at least, finish it off right for my final ride.
Absolutely. And speaking of that, you say another state championship ring. If I'm not mistaken, you got one as a sophomore with Frio, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And were you the defensive MVP in that game?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, talk about that a little bit. A lot of people don't know that, right? Yeah.
I was in Frio for my sophomore year. We had a great season that year, went 16-0. Ended it with a state championship ring, and then I was awarded the defensive MVP.
Outstanding. Well, congratulations.
Sir,
We're glad you're in Yoakum, and we appreciate the effort that you put in on Friday nights, and good luck tonight. Now we got Kevin Smith, the quarterback. First year you played quarterback, right, Kevin? Did you ever play in your sub-varsity years?
Nah, I ain't never played. I played my 8th grade year a little bit, but I ain't never played like this though. Not on Friday night.
Not on Friday night. So well, you're doing a great job, and it's not an easy task. People don't realize all the things that go through your head, especially the first one at Palacios, getting a wet ball and trying to roll out and being the first game, and coach is sending you signals in, and you're looking here, and everybody else is saying this. But you're handling it very well, and we're very proud of you, and the speed, the quickness, and throwing the football. And so, kind of tell us a little bit about, moving from running back to quarterback, and then also you play cornerback also, and a little bit of cornerback. So how do you prepare and the week, and what do you like better, and everything else? Go ahead.
I like to play quarterback a little bit better now. I mean, it's like the same as running back, because all I gotta do is just hand the ball off, or run the ball, and pass the ball off. But it's just the little things about it, and it's the same thing as really running back, because
offensive guys, the guys who like offense, guys who like playing defense rather wear a hard hat. Guys who like playing offense wear a visor.
There you go. That's a great way to put it. He has a comment for everything. I never thought of it like that.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the way. Yeah. Okay. Well, that sounds good. Well, that's good. So Kevin. And you played a little running back also, which in our system, I guess, the quarterback we use as a running back. So a lot of that is more of a read situation, and so you're very familiar with that. Yeah. Well, best of luck tonight, guys. We're very proud of you, and we'll go take care of our business. Yeah, and come back with a Bulldog victory. And so good luck, and we wish you the best. Enjoy the visit. Well, Coach, congratulations on the victory, the first home victory that we've had, obviously the first home game. But we had a good crowd last Friday night, and a talented Smithfield Tiger team, I tell you, on the hoof.
Yes.
On the hoof, warming up. They're scary.
They are. I know that their coach, before the game was talking to me and felt like their quarterback's a Division I prospect, and they have a receiver, number 4. He's been offered by a few D1 schools already, so they're not without talent, but that didn't matter. Our guys got after them.
Our guys did an outstanding job, Coach. just think that it appeared early in the game, our defense is playing so good, and you know, we set the tone, and just we were flying to the football, and we're tackling well, and those are outstanding athletes that we're playing, and so a tribute to our coaching staff and you guys. They're very well prepared, and they're doing a great job, and some people, you know, you have penalties, and my thought on this, well, I would much rather have a penalty, a 15-yard penalty, because we're getting after it, rather than when you don't get after it and you're like a sieve and they're running right through you. So
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
take a few of those. I guess
Well,
elaborate on that a little bit. You know, it's a
gonna
contact sport, and we need you got to hit people. So-
You're going to get some of those, especially in today's game.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, they're trying to. I watched a college game Monday night, Louisville, and I can't remember who Louisville.
Ole
played.
Miss.
Ole Miss.
Mhm.
There were 4 kids ejected in the first half for targeting,
Yes, sir.
and they're trying to change the game, and it's not the game that you and I played in
Exactly.
the 80s. You know,
Yes.
I mean, it's a different world. But no, we want our kids to be aggressive. If you're going to be playing in December, you better be playing like that. And that stuff will get cleaned up. You know, the ones that bother me are the sloppy penalties.
Yes, sir.
You know, jumping off sides or
Yes, sir.
or a false start or delayed games. And we didn't have many of those. Most of ours were being over aggressive, and you know, you just got to live with that.
Absolutely.
Live with that.
And again, yeah, I would rather it be that way than the opposite.
Yes.
Because when it's the opposite, it's not good. And so, but be aggressive and get after it. You know, speaking of the targeting, Keon Williams hit one of their receivers, their best receiver. I mean, just an outstanding. I mean, it was clean, it was good, and Keon absolutely took his head off. And so a flag comes out, and in the press box, you know, the first thing everybody's asking the 2 officials, is that targeting? Will he be ejected next week? Because we know it's Cuero week. We'll get to that in a minute. So elaborate on that about the rule in high school, because they see it in college, and that was the question asked on that.
The difference in high school and college is in college they have a replay.
Yes.
They can replay it and know for sure if that was targeting. In high school they don't have that. So in high school you're allowed 2 of them.
Right.
Before they eject you, and that was not a targeting. He hit him with his shoulder. He did it perfectly. Now he knocked the mess out of him. He really did. I thought he hurt him.
Yes.
But it was not a dirty hit. It was a clean hit. It was just a very violent collision, and but it was perfectly legal.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it was a good clean hit, and young man, just a sophomore, has a very bright future for the Yoakum Bulldogs. So congratulations on the victory, Coach. You know, offensively, I thought it was about to get out of hand. You know, we were going to have another 50-0 one, and we shot ourselves in the foot a little bit. But we can learn from that and get better.
And that probably comes from just being tired. You
Yes.
know, week 1, we talk about being in better shape every year, running the kids after practice, and you can do that, but you don't really get in shape until you play. And week 1, our starters played half a game. We didn't let them play a snap in the second half. So last week was our week 1.
Right.
And for some of that was just being tired. We were tired. It was humid.
Oh, it was hot.
It was tough. But you know, you eventually got to overcome that, and I think there was never a doubt in my mind we were going to win that game last week. They never had a first down against our first team, so first team defense. But definitely want to clean those things up, the mistakes we made next week. You got to do that when you're going to play somebody good like Cuero.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and what a better time to move into that. It's Cuero week. Again, there's a little more, you know, there's a little buzz in the air, as I've said earlier. And you know, we've Bulldogs have won 3 in a row, Coach. And our plan is to make it 4. We got to go over there, go to Gobbler Stadium tonight, and just what will we see from the Gobblers tonight, and kind of how do you feel about handling it and going over there tonight?
Well, when I got to Yoakum, I felt like everybody around here marked that game on their calendar.
Yes,
You know,
sir.
matter of fact, the first Sunday I went to church,
Yes, sir.
there was a time for reflection during the middle of church, and a guy stood up, and you know they had introduced me, and the man stands up and says, "I just want to beat Cuero." And I said, "Well, okay, well, let's aim higher than Cuero,
There you go.
because Cuero they're not the gold standard.
Yeah, that game doesn't make the season.
It doesn't make the season, but now this will be my 7th year here. I believe that those guys mark it on their calendar more than we do. I really do.
Evidently, I heard there's a shirt that was made over there.
That's what I've heard.
That shirt might come out later today, so we'll see.
It's an important game because it's this week, and you know it's been played 112 years. But I believe it may be a little more important over there now than it is here. But that's okay. That's okay.
Sure.
We're going to
We
play.
like it like that.
We do. We're going to play hard this week. We're going to get after them, and they're a much better football team than they have been the last couple of years. There's no question about it. Coach Alvarez got them going. They're better.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a test. It'll let you know where you're sitting, because they're a good 4A team, and you know, just like Smithfield last week. Smithfield's in their district. Smithfield beat Cuero in district last year. We're going to play good teams that make us better. We may not win them all in non-district, but we're going to schedule people that'll challenge us and give us a game to make us better and get us ready for later on.
Yeah, absolutely. That sounds great. As far as talent-wise at Cuero, obviously, there's not a Jordan Whittington over there anymore. Thank God. We'll say that. Speed-wise, are they size-wise? Their scheme, they're running the same off defense, everything.
They're doing the same things offensively. Defensively, they're running an odd front. A lot of speed on the field on defense. They're not, you know, throughout the years, Cuero's had a lot of big guys play.
Yes.
They're not as big as they have been in the past in some places, but they're every bit as fast. They're quick, and offensively, their offensive line is a lot better this year than they were the past 2 years. And they've got some older kids playing, and like I say, they're a good football team. I believe they're ranked #1 in the state in 4A Division II in the Harris Poll is what I heard.
Okay.
So,
That sounds good.
It'll be fun. It's always fun to play people like that.
Always fun to play. Well, it's going to be fun tonight, and we're looking forward to it, Coach. So best of luck against the Gobblers, and we welcome everyone to Gobbler Stadium tonight for the 112th, I think. Is that what it is? I mean, I'm not sure. 113th?
20th, 21st.
Yeah. I'm not. It doesn't matter.
It's a long
time.
It doesn't matter. We yeah. It goes way back, and so it's going to be a lot of fun, and we wish you the best of luck tonight, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to interview our volleyball coach, Coach Nato, and we have one of our senior volleyball players, Julia Foyt. And so, Julia, I know you're a cheerleader, and you're Miss Yoakum, and you're our summer help at Central Office, which you do a great job. So, over the last 2 years, we really enjoyed your help there and visiting with you. So, one of our great Lady Bulldog student athletes. So Julia, tell us a little bit about your position in volleyball and how your goals for the season and how we've been doing it. We're starting district play, so elaborate on that a little bit for us.
Okay. Well, I play DS, or I can also be.
So what's DS? I'm sorry.
DS? No, it's okay. It's designated
Defensive specialist.
Yes.
Okay.
Defensive specialist.
Defensive specialist.
So I can
Okay,
play
I like that.
back row, but I can be used anywhere.
Okay.
Like-
Utility kind
Yes,
of.
you. Yes.
Yes. All right.
And let's see. I think one of my personal goals for this year is to definitely have a better passing average.
Okay. I like that. Now, when you say passing average, kind of explain that to all of our fans that don't watch a lot of volleyball,
Well,
okay? That don't
yeah.
understand volleyball,
I
okay?
can do that. Our passing average is based on like a number given to us by the coaches. A 1 is not something you want. 1,
Right.
you can only have 1 hitter use.
Exactly.
2, you have 2 possible hitters. And then 3 is what you want, and that's 3 possible hitters. And so just depending on how many passes you have and like the grade of 1, 2, or 3, just has your average. And I was hoping more for a .200 or greater.
Outstanding.
That's one of my
Okay.
personal goals.
Great.
But for the team, I think we want to work more, just being more fluid
Mhm.
and connecting things and not just having, decent passes but not executing our hits, or not having decent passes but still getting the kills. And I think that's something we need to work on. And also getting into the playoffs and going past the first round.
Absolutely. I agree, and we're going to attain that goal this year, okay? Mr.
Yeah.
Kelly's going to go already and say that. I'm just going to go ahead and say that right now. The Lady Bulldogs, we are going to do that. So starting district tonight against the Cowgirls over there at Edna. And so I wish you the best of luck tonight, and we'll get the victory, and then we'll come back, and then you're going to put a different uniform on. Okay,
Yes, sir.
You're a busy girl. We're going to put a different uniform on. We're going to put a cheerleader uniform on. So tell me about your senior year being head cheerleader. How's all that going?
It's crazy. It's just about being a senior. I never thought it'd come this quickly, but we have a lot of potential in the squad to do some great things, especially whenever we have our UIL competition in
Which is
January.
in January, yes.
And this past year, we made it to the top 20 in state, and we're hoping to make it to the top 10.
Absolutely. Well,
And
that's
I
great.
definitely believe we can do it.
Well, I know we can. Well, best of luck on that. And I will say, you are the head cheerleader that has had the strongest arm of anybody. Because when we throw the footballs in the stand, in the stands, everybody jumps up, they want one, especially your grandma.
Oh,
You
yes.
better take care of Grandma Hermes, Jean.
Oh, I'll take care of her.
Because she stands up there, she's the first one, and when you throw it, take a little off of it, just more of a little finesse on the throw, okay? Lob it in there, all right? And Mama's there to help her out, and Dad's there to help them out. So, no, I'm joking. No, it's good, and you get people pumped up, and we appreciate that. We appreciate the spirit and the cheerleaders being a part of it. And so best of luck with that, and then best of luck in the spring with your softball season.
Yes, sir.
We know that'll be here before you know it.
Oh, it will be.
And so we appreciate you joining the show, and have a great year,
Well,
Junior.
thank you for inviting me.
Thank you.
Nice.
We're joined with Coach Kayla Nato, our head volleyball coach. Thank you for joining us, Coach. And we're starting district play tonight, as we've talked about with Julia. So kind of tell us, non-district, now moving into district. What are we feeling? We kind of got a routine, our starters going, and what to expect from the Lady Bulldog volleyball moving forward in district.
Well, thanks for having us. We appreciate it. It's time we start it all. It's our new season. It's season time, preseason. We're still trying to find all the pieces, so we're hoping that, we got all the pieces in the right spot. Preseason, I think our record right now is 10-13.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yes,
so
okay, good.
Not stellar, but at the same time, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Okay.
It's a brand new season starting tonight.
Yeah,
That's
everyone's
what we're talking
0-0,
about. Right.
so we're excited about that. We've seen the majority of our teams in our district already.
Mhm.
We've played against a lot of them, and we have a very good chance of doing something special. So for us, we need to be consistent.
Right.
Okay, have a little confidence and just compete. Go out there, compete, play the game. Okay.
Take care of the fundamentals, take care of the ball, and do our thing.
That's right. Little things.
That sounds great. Well, thank you, Coach, and we're looking forward to it. As far as the makeup of the team, we've got a couple of freshmen moved up. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
I'd like to talk about them a little bit, and then the senior leadership and assistant coaches and everything else.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll be honest with you. Last spring when we started playing volleyball, our biggest concern was our offense.
Right.
As hitting the ball. Who was
Right.
going to hit the ball?
Yes.
Because last year we set Kylie Queenie,
Right.
and then when we couldn't set her, we would set Alex Hickey's.
Right.
Well, they're both gone,
Right.
doing better things. So that was our biggest spot that we needed people to fill.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yes, I have 2 freshmen on the team. Olivia Foyt,
Mm-hmm.
Julia's little sister. She is also a DS. And then Jayana Phillips.
Mm-hmm.
And we have Jayana on the outside right now as a hitter.
Mm-hmm.
So our hitters, they're young.
Mm-hmm.
They're young,
Yes.
inexperienced. But the progress that we've already seen
Right.
is it's so fun to watch.
Yes.
For us coaches, just seeing them get just a little bit better, week to week. And we talk about peaking at the right time. It's like, I don't want you guys playing the best volleyball that you can play right now.
Exactly.
You know, we need
Yes,
to
that's
save
very
that for
important.
a little bit later. So two freshmen, and then I have 6 seniors.
Okay.
Okay, 6
Great.
seniors on the team, which is great. You know, they know what to do. A lot of them have been on varsity, I guess, since I got here 3 years ago. And so they know what I expect, how I run things.
Right.
We speak the same language, I guess, for the most part.
Yeah.
Sometimes they still don't know what I'm talking about, but it's okay. We laugh about it and get on.
Right, we move forward.
Yeah.
Well, that's great, Coach. So the continuity in the program, understanding your system, and it'll going to pay dividends this year. Tell us a little bit about Edna, first district game tonight. How do you feel about that one? And going there in Edna, I know that's always, that's always tough when you travel and you got a football game after that. But anyway, tell us about Edna.
Yeah, Fridays are hard. There's just a lot going on.
Mental aspect.
Yes.
Yes.
Varsity plays first, and they play at 4:30, which is early. Have to get out of class a little bit earlier, but that's all right. So we've seen Edna on film, and honestly, I think they look kind of like us. They're definitely nothing that we're not scared. We're going in there with confidence. They have a couple good hitters. But other than that, we've seen them on film. We know what their strengths are and their weaknesses, and so we're ready to capitalize on those weaknesses for sure.
Absolutely. Well, best of luck tonight, Coach. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to a Lady Bulldog being 1-0 in district play after tonight. And so good luck and have a safe trip.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you, Coach. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Joined by cross-country coach Dennis Milstein. Coach Milstein, welcome. And Gisela Martinez, one of our Lady Bulldog cross-country runners, and so I welcome you to the show. I've been watching you run cross-country and being successful running cross-country since you were a freshman, and so it's amazing. People don't realize, well, people do realize in Yokel, but maybe a lot of people that aren't familiar with cross-country, everybody has a will to win, but not a lot of people have the will to prepare to win. And being across country, you have to have the will to prepare to win. So just tell us about how much you work out, how much you guys run, and the preparation, what time you get up in the morning. I mean, you've ran more before school than most people before they wake up. So just elaborate on that a little bit, okay?
Okay, well, I have...
And Gisela is a junior. We don't have any senior. We're highlighting seniors, but we're our own. She's a junior. We don't have any seniors on our cross-country team, which is fine. Boys or girls. So we're highlighting just a junior this year. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, I have been running since 7th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And 7th grade, I didn't take it that seriously, but in 8th grade, when I finally started going to every practices, we practice Monday through Friday in the mornings. At Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we practice at 6 in the morning. And Tuesday and Thursday, we take like an easy day, which is 2 miles, and that's at 6:30. And
And that's the easy day, you said?
yeah. Tuesday and Thursday, they're easy, like, jogs.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. So an easy jog at 6:30 in the morning, that's an easy day. Okay. So I want everybody to know, that's the easy day. Yeah, that's a very hard day for Tom. Okay.
And then I'll run during the period too. So.
Yeah, during the period.
And when you say during the period, in other words, that's
Athletics.
during the athletic period, right.
We'll run again.
So we're working out there when it's nice and cool, in the afternoon, right?
Yeah.
Only about 100 degrees heated, that's 102, my point being. Or cold, running in the wind. Well, and that's the thing, you don't get to choose the conditions, Sometimes it can be cold, sometimes it can be hot, it can be humid, the wind can be blowing. I know there are times, the success that we had, we'd go to the state meet up there in Austin at there where we run at the big park there. And it's been just totally into the spectrum. It's been hot and humid at times, and times it's been cold and windy. And so it's amazing what you guys go through and the preparation. And it's definitely has to do with discipline, your own little discipline to do it. Yes. So what got you interested in cross country?
Honestly, I joined 7th grade year because my friends were joining it. I had no intention of joining it whatsoever. I even told them, I was like, let's not do cross country, that's 2 miles, that's too much. And I was like, no, let's not do it. And then finally, when I had my first race, I realized, oh, I really like this and I want to keep winning. Like I saw the other girls, the ones that have graduated before me, my recent teammates, and I was like, oh, I want to win like that. I want to be successful as them, and
So they were kind of role models, I guess,
Yes.
to you. That's awesome, very important.
especially like my former teammate Karina,
Karina as well.
Yes,
Yes, she was a great one.
She was
Yes.
a really great runner.
Great
and
runner,
The
yes.
others were really inspirational too.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, that's great. And so, do you try to carry that on to runners? Do you set that example this year?
Yes.
God, since being the junior, they'll,
I tried to be a role model to them.
right,
It's-
and a leader.
Mhm.
That is wonderful.
Running 8 for the most part, just trying to find,
Right.
and give them a heads up option, so there's no question of, yep, these are the fastest 7 when we get to
Right.
district. This
Yeah.
is who we're planning on running.
Absolutely.
A lot of the invitational meets will let us run up to 10 on the varsity.
Right,
So,
I see.
so we run a little extra there rather than them kind of getting lost on the JV and having different conditions. Because an hour later, it might be a whole lot different weather-wise,
Right,
and the competition-wise is definitely different when,
absolutely. That,
Start-
yeah,
start
I've
varsity
noticed that
versus
from the attendance of these. Yes, yes. So, as a personal goal, do you have a certain time, or, obviously we know we want to win. Obviously, you want to win individually and team, but how about a certain time? From week to week, do you have, does coach give you, say, okay, you ran this much this week? Talk about that a little
Well,
bit.
I guess it kind of split. It depends on the course. Like last week in Lockhart, we kind of had a goal to beat like our time from last week, the Yoakum Invitational one,
Mhm.
by a minute. Like that was our goal.
Okay,
But we kind of didn't get that because the course ended up being a little bit longer
Mhm.
than it should have. But yeah, mostly like he gives us an idea to like how much, like what we should run,
Right.
and we try to meet those expectations.
what is your best time ever? Just curiosity. And do you remember your best time ever, and where do you ran it? Maybe at state meet or your
The regional.
regional?
so there was one,
Yeah.
our freshman year was a short course where
Uh-huh.
it wasn't a full 2 miles, it was probably,
That's okay, we tell
It was
everybody it's
probably-
2 miles.
it was probably 3,000, and I'm like, and she ran almost 12 flat on that day.
That is outstanding.
For a
Yeah,
full 2 miles, it's more like 12:35.
I see. So coach, to class 3A, what we run in class 3A, so where do you have to be running pretty much to get to the state meet as an individual? What, 12 and a half, what is a good time?
It'll depend a little bit on the year, but this year I might give, if we're probably under 12:45.
Right.
That's pretty much a guarantee that you'd make it. Unless it's just really crazy conditions or something like that, but that's a pretty reasonable thing. There have been years where, if you make 13:10, 13:15 and even, but it's just one of those, it's a place thing, not a time thing.
Right, I see. Yeah, makes sense. I see. So as far as a strategy, okay, I'm running my first race, my 2 mile, my cross country race. And so as a strategy, how has coach taught you, you start fast and then you get a pace and end strong, or just tell us a little bit about that, your strategy.
My strategy is to not get caught up so much in the back at the beginning because
Okay,
it takes
good
a
point.
lot to get back up.
Right,
Yes.
and you're all spread out, you have to
Yes.
spread you out,
If-
right?
Especially like the first 30 people or whatever. If you
Uh-huh.
get caught up during that mix, you have to work your way through to get up in the front. And I think it's better to just start off a little bit stronger at the beginning and then kind of stay there, have a good pace, keep going, and then at the end just like finish.
That's outstanding, okay,
Yeah.
that's
I
great.
mean, that's,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what I do.
And just curiosity, watching at the state meet, and we for sure, unless something crazy happens, as administrators, we're always there, not because we have to be there, because we want to be there, for the district meet and the regional meet and the state meet, and always enjoy it. I mean, we enjoy watching our student athletes excel. And so I always wonder, so when they spread you out in that long line, where is the best place to be? In the center, obviously? Is that where you want to be, coach, or on the end, or does it matter?
To be honest,
It's,
it's more of a mental thing. So like, some people want to be in the middle so that you can see everybody from both sides. I'm like, depending on the course, I'm like, if we're on a slant, I'm like, I want to be on the uphill side so that hopefully I get a little more downhill out of it.
Yeah.
But part of it just depends on the person. So for some people, it's going to be better in the middle. If they take off pretty fast, hey, they're straight down the middle. That's usually where they're measuring the course. So toward the ends, it might be measured a little off.
Right.
If you're not a strong runner, towards the sides is kind of nice because you're not going to get caught up in the middle of the pack and you can kind of just go straight up the side
Yeah.
and kind of find your place.
Okay. And you know, Coach, you got the hot pink on, so that's been the color for our Lady Bulldog cross country, and it's been because it just you know, incredible with the tradition and the great job. You know, we've always been known for our cross country. And Coach Vic was here before you, where he ran it, had a great success, and you have had outstanding success, and we appreciate all of you guys and the time and the effort, getting up early, coming home late, and evaluating, and just doing a great job with our kids, and the success it shows, the work you put into it, and the preparation that you guys do, and so best of luck this year. District meet will be in Yoakum. We're going to run it in Yoakum. I had the date on my calendar. I think it's
Monday, October 11th.
Yep.
And most people got it's Columbus Day, so most people are going to have off from work or school. Well, we have off from school.
Come out and
So
watch our Lady Bulldog and our boys run also, and we'll be out there cheering you guys on. So thank you for attending today.